Hey guys, it's Sadia. I wanted to say hi and share a couple of aha moments that I've had between last night and today. Today is Thursday, February 23rd, and just let me know if this is helpful. One thing that I learned in just soaking up trainings and podcasts and goodness in the past 24 hours is that I can retain the information and I can immerse myself in the information better if I teach it because it's kind of like learning it twice. So that's what I'm here to do, and hopefully it's also helpful for you. So, just some aha moments that I've had in the past 24 hours. One thing that really stuck with me that I heard Darren Kidd say, actually, if you're familiar with him, we've been seeing him a lot lately in our Dare business. So I went ahead and started listening to his podcast too. And he said, big egos equals small paychecks. And, we always hear sort of this term like be coachable. And we think that we are coachable until it's like, the coach just says that do this. And we're like, ugh, I'm not doing that. That makes me really uncomfortable. But normally that uncomfortable thing is what is meant for us, like what we're supposed to do to break through, have a breakthrough, hit our next level, our next goal, our next achievement. So big egos equals small paychecks really stuck out to me and did make me feel like, okay, I need to, brush off comparison. I need to brush off this idea that, I can't gain from a coach, for example, a business coach, or that it's not worth it to pay for one, that it's too expensive and all that. And another thing that I have picked up is this changing wording a little bit. And that was, instead of I can't afford it, to say to myself, how can I afford it? And, that helps like give me an empowered question in my brain that's going to help me to like brainstorm and figure it out, right? It's not I can't, it's how can I? Um, and that had a big influence on me today. I actually have been putting off making dentist appointments because I just told myself it's impossible. We don't have dental insurance. We could never pay for it in this past year. And I'm like, no, 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 no. Like, I need to prioritize this is important. Health is important. So how can I pay for it? And I was able to make those appointments today. So woo! And it does have me thinking about, how can I afford to go to the next conference because I would like to be there. How can I make sure that I have childcare for my kids, or how can I bring my kids? How can I what was the other thing I was thinking of? I digress. But anyway, that just got that going, and that really did make a big shift in my mindset today. The other thing that I have heard it a few times, but what I learned is that it takes normally 5 times of seeing something, hearing something, writing something down, doing something before you really remember it, and it's like ingrained in your brain. Um, so it makes sense. So this is something that I've heard pop up, and I don't know why, it just never really seeped into me that the importance of it and the value of it is to ask for referrals. during my follow-ups, I should be, not only just so happy that I'm helping that person, but being like, well, do you know anybody else that I can help? Please send them my way. And, continuing that conversation through our relationship, our, client relationship and our just friendship relationship. This huge aha for me today. And I really enjoyed sitting down and doing this because it was a big eye opener that I needed to make a wheel of life plan. And I'll just show you. It's not anything fancy. It's just a circle that I split up into, divided up. And in that wheel of life, I have to balance. There's more to my life than business. There's more to my life than my children. There's more to my life than my husband. So really, those three things have always sort of been in the forefront of my mind, and everything else comes after. But that leaves my life unbalanced. And in order to be successful in life, big successful, like I have to be able to be balanced. So I found that really interesting and very helpful for me today. One thing was somebody asked in one of these podcasty training things, like, what are your hobbies? And I was thinking to myself, and I'm like, hobbies? Isn't that awful? Isn't that awful? I couldn't think of one thing that I was doing. Well, that's a lie. I do read for pleasure. And that was the only thing I could think of that I do for myself once in a while, not even as much as I want to. So I was like, hobbies is going on my wheel. So I split it up. Things that are in my life that I need to balance are obviously my kids are important, husband, friends and family, they get their own, health, spiritual, business, hobbies. As I say, dogs, dogs, and my home. So just sort of things that I wrote down that I wanted to prioritize, but these are just, these are ideas, these are vague. You're gonna have your own way. And I'm just sharing because I'm learning with you. So for under kids, I did I want to have just a daily learning thing that we do together. I want to have a daily play thing that we do together, and I want to prioritize snuggles. So it's not huge, right? But they're things that would make me feel good to know that I've done every day. 2, husband talking. This sounds so absurd, but really, there's been days where I've been like, no, I'm way too busy doing business stuff. I can't talk to you. And I've gone 24 hours without talking to him. How sad is that? So no, I'm going to talk to my husband, and I value that relationship. And so that needs to be balanced and snuggling. And friends and family, I said, maybe a weekly, make sure I'm getting together with other people. So that's an idea, still in the works. Health, dental appointments. Like I said, I would put that one right on there and checked it off. I am anemic sometimes, so doing smoothies really makes me feel so much better. So I go through periods of time where I'm I'm doing it, doing it, and then I'm like, no, I'm too busy, I'm not doing it. So that's on my health. My appointments. So I made appointments for COVID second COVID shot for my kids. Been putting that off for a month. Cooking and diet and being mindful of those things. Spiritual. This is something that I also go through spurts where I'm really good about it, and then I'm really not good about it. And maybe spiritual is on yours and maybe it's not, or maybe it looks different. But for me, I felt like, well, if I could find like a podcast that I could listen to, every day, that may help me meditate, feel grounded, where I can have some aha moments there. Um, Books I love to read, books on spirituality and, my own spiritual practice. What is that going to look like? How am I going to make all these things sort of, routine and flow the way I like? Then I have business. So business hours and days, because I've never been good about that at all. Business space, also not good about that. Every area is open for business anytime in my life. So I'm gonna get real specific about that. I put down that I was gonna do these little YouTube share things and just put them out there because I think that, it helps me. I hope it helps you. We learn together. So um leadership podcasts, attend the Zoom meetings that we have or whatever meetings that we have for our companies, um, watch the replays if I can't attend, and surround myself with successful people who have been not only where I want to go, but further. And, just that stands out to me. And I don't want to surround myself with where I'm at because I don't want to be where and nothing against that. I just don't want to stay where I'm at. I want to grow. And so there's that. And then another little takeaway tidbit. I may have already said this, but like the idea, I don't want to say idea, concept of full immersion. So when I am wanting to learn something, to fully immersify myself in that so that I am listening to it, I'm reading it or watching it, I'm taking notes, and then I'm offering it. So that is the concept of full immersion and how I can just soak up goodness and learn these things better. Hobbies. Here we go to the hobbies. So I wrote down pleasure reading, obviously. And I don't prioritize it. So it's good to have on there. I also did audio question mark because it might be easier for me to listen to audio books sometimes. Painting. And I thought to myself, painting and coloring is well, painting really is the hobby for me, but I enjoy coloring like with the kids and stuff. And these were the only things I could come up with. So I thought I would like shoot two birds with one stone, hobbies and kids and paint and color with them. Dogs. I couldn't believe that I had to write this on there, but I did. Grooming and snuggling and walking and playing. I want my dogs to be just as much a priority as the rest of my life. And home. So home improvements is a new thing that I have put into my life plan and my balance because I realized, and this again was something that I picked up, sort of soaked up through one of these trainings, is that, you are also a product of your environment. So if your environment is, very chaotic, it's not organized, it just doesn't, look great. Like I think this was Darren Kidd too. So he was saying, his office, it has a TV that's just like scrolling great things like houses he would like to buy and places he would like to travel to. So he just has that rolling on his screen, immersifying him. His office is really tidy. It has quotes all over the place that he can read and that will inspire him. And I'm like, wow, I want that. I need that. So it's not only just the aesthetic that I feel is important, but I also feel the foundation. Like I have a little hole in my wall that is driving me insane. I live in a double wide mobile home on a slab, and it has those like I don't know if you're familiar, but these little like tack board panel things on the walls drives me insane. I haven't painted my walls in my living space and everything because I've just been so stuck in this idea that I won't always be in this house. So do I really want to spend the energy? But the answer is yes. Yes, I do. Because while I am here, I'm going to make the best of it. And I am going to make it as great as I can so that I level up my home, I level up my space, I level up myself. And then I put in, like laundry, cleaning, dishes, those kinds of things are also but on there, but they need to be balanced. So my next step is hopefully today I'll be getting a actual paper planner. I always get them every year and I always like give them away because I never use them. And I just find it so wasteful, but I'm going to do it again. And this time I'm going to commit. I'm going to commit because I see the value in this wheel of life plan to be balanced. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually plug in, a piece of every category. And I sort of know how to do this because of working on like getting my kids into the homeschool sort of mind frame because that's something we're going to do. So I'll like pick from categories what we're going to learn, like science, math, blah, blah, blah. So it's kind of the same thing. I just got to schedule it and do it for myself too. So anyway, those are my ahas. And if you hit subscribe, that would be great because that means that I can reach more people and help more people. And yeah, we'll talk soon. Oh, also in the comments, if anything from this stuck out to you, please write in the comments what your aha moment was. All right, talk soon. Bye.